Alrighty, and good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate it very much. So, here we go. Yoga today, 1 hour with me here in the basement practice space. My name is Jiya, for those of you who do not know. It's spelled J-I-Y-A, pronounced G as in G, yogi. Okay, I know, bad yoga joke. But anyway, not a joke. Don't quit. Don't hurt yourself. This is your practice. This is your body. This is yourself you're working with. Whatever strengths you have, opennesses you have, weaknesses you have, tightnesses you have, this is what you're there for. You do not have to fit any mold at all. If there's something you need to use a chair for, go get one. Right? If we're doing a twist that is just not right for you, adjust it, change it, do a totally different one. I don't care. No, I do care, actually. But, man, there are times when there are things that we're going to work with are just not for that particular body. As your awareness grows, as your practice grows, there's hundreds, thousands. You include all these different variations sometimes we can do within an asana, the pose. But there's a lot to learn. This is why I'm here, right? Why I do this, and why I took classes for decades before I started teaching, why I continue to take classes. There is so much. It takes time. Another great part about this, and I know I'm talking a lot, right? We'll get to it, I promise. But the other great thing about this is that it doesn't take a lot to get the benefit from it, to find that calm focus, to release the stress and the worry. And oh boy, is there a lot of that right now, right? But to release that from your heart, from your breath, from your emotional state, and from your body itself. The strength and the openness, the flexibility, the movement allows your body to let go of the mental and emotional. Right? It's still there. It's not going away. It's not a hiding, right? Anything. So, that's what makes it hard sometimes. We're going to start seated, by the way. Get going. Yourself down on the floor. Again, use a chair if you have to. But the awareness of yourself. Tuck your chin a bit. Hands wherever, whatever feels right for you. And awareness. The union of the self. Yoga. The word yoga means union. It comes from the same root word. Also yoke. As in when you yoke horses to a chariot. That is often actually one of the images, metaphors used about meditation, about yoga as well. The mind is the force, right? It will run wild if you're not careful. The body is the chariot itself. Without the mind, it doesn't move. The mind's running wild. The body's out of control. The breath is the charioteer. It is the reins. Again, as I have pointed out, you've been in my class more than a few times. None of these things exist without the other. Chariot without horses does not move. You have the horses, you have the chariots, you have no driver, no reins, you have a crash. I've never seen Ben-Hur, look that up. But again, don't quit, don't hurt yourself. You can rein it in too tight, hold it too strong, and then the reins snap, and you're out of control again. This balance. Back on your palms now, fingertips by your hip joints, strong middle. Just find that length for a moment. It's the balance. Strong and fast as you can go without getting out of control. This is a channeled movement, a channeled thought, a channeled breath. A little strength down below your navel now. Into your pelvis. Feel that tip up, and then inhale as you maintain that, lift your chest. You know, all that talk, chariots, big moves, reins, etc. For just this little bit? And it's not about how big a move it is, the complexity of it. Again, how far you go. Your arms are longer than mine, your shoulders more open, lift your chest higher. Congratulations. Exhale up. Is your breath moving slow, fast? It's your breath. What are you feeling? It's like, oh my God, is she ever going to stop talking? Left hand beside you, right arm up. Probably not. Wrist, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. I'm sorry. Wrist, shoulders, hips, ears aligned. We're going to exhale up and over. Let's go that way. Which way side release? Yeah. Let it relax with your breath. Again, it's channeled work. You could let it run wild and go, pull those ribs wide and strain something and not feel very good. Or you not move at all. Or find that balance all the way that you can. Calm and steady. Inhale back up. Let's just sweep that right hand, sorry. I'm forgetting which side I'm on. To the outside of the left knee, left hand coming in there beside your hips. Lined up a little bit. Then we're going to exhale into our twist. Right. Again, the movement's still there. Alright, again, here we are. Back to that metaphor. I know, right? Macho metaphor. Chariot racing, Ben-Hur, Charlton Heston, blah, blah, blah. Turn where you can. No effort is full. This is a human thing. It's being the individual. Again, you do not have to rotate your spine to any particular degree. Some people really turn a long way. Some people don't. I like to think I'm somewhere in the middle with that. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I know this is as far as I can go. If I push it any further, I'll hurt myself. Maybe it'll calm and open further, maybe not. I have to find out. Inhale and twist. Alright, let's do the other side. So, right hand over here, left arm up. Up we sit. Exhale, we arch. And we breathe. And we and the inhale up. And I'm going to let that left hand come to the outside of the right knee. Right hand in, up we sit. Exhale, twist. Nice and calm. Oh yeah, you've got this. You've got this. It doesn't have to match. It used to frustrate me so much. My right side is by its very nature tighter than my left. One was far on a lot of these things. Sometimes I go further. It's weird. It is what it is. It is frustrating. It's okay if it's frustrating. It's okay to feel that. Dealing with injury, you don't want to turn too far, you don't want to hurt yourself, but you still have to make that full effort. Again, it's a balance. Sometimes it's hard to admit that we have that fear, that we have that frustration, anger, what have you. Inhaling, one breath. The awareness of yourself, the wholeness of your being. Now I'm going to turn, you don't have to. We're going to fold one last little warm-up movement here. Again, back to that work down in here. And this little pelvic tilt, it's a strange little thing. It's more than just the abs. It's well down below the waist even. As you exhale forward. Now, it's not going to change much. I'm going to leave you open. Don't feel a pull back here though. Alright, if you're feeling a pull back here, that means you're letting go of some strength in the front. Keep it there. Again, your back will curve. It's okay. It's supposed to. Alright? It's a wide range of bodies. Wide range of experiences, of strength and openness, and all those little variations in shoulders and hips, and knees and elbows, and length of arms, and length of thighs, etc. It's going to change your practice each and every time. Inhale. Your breath. Is it fast? Is it slow? It's okay. Awareness of yourself here and now. Strength and openness for you. Pictures online. Let's roll forward over the ankles if you haven't already. Up onto hands and knees. We're going to come into a plank. 1 foot back. Right. And the other. Now, again, this work way up in here. Right. You don't have to do a side plank. I'm just. Again, the strength of this is not here at the belly button, or even just a little bit below it, but quite a ways down. Right? So think of this work coming that way, up a bit, from way down there. Feel how that keeps your spine long. And now we can roll the shoulders and flex the knees a bit, and exhale, take our hips way back. All the way, shoulders quite broad. Inner legs are working a bit. We let that shift. Again, your pelvis is tipped, the hip points are going towards the front of your thighs, letting your spine round out. Find a mid-ground in there. And the spine is long, but we're not stretching it out. Don't stretch anything. Keep your muscles active, but moving. As you inhale and shift that way again. It's chilly down here. Left the heater on. I didn't mean to. So, periodically, you'll hear me talk louder. Just simply to come over that. Exhale your next one. Now leaving your legs a little longer. Maybe if it works for you, downward facing dog again. And we'll inhale now. Hands and knees. I want you to take your knees quite wide. And I know we do this one a lot. I've really been enjoying how this feels. Again, I want you to get this awareness. As we sink into the extended child pose, find that work. So again, no strain in the back. You shouldn't feel like this is being pulling your spine long. Just let it relax a little bit. Yeah, it is extending. Again, we're not trying to make the vertebrae get any wider apart. It's actually bad for them. Change is small. Now, as we sink into this, I'm going to try to get a little shoulder opening here. Again, as always, go where you can. If you can get your forehead to the floor, do so. You're going to try to keep your elbows on the ground, arms as long as you can, as you bring the palms together. Now here in a moment, keep those shoulders back, keep your hips back, gotta wiggle back a little bit, let that weight sink in some, go for it. And we're going to exhale and bring the hands up, leaving the elbows on the floor. Now, as you do that, again, so we're going to slowly be bringing the hands over the back of the head, trying to keep them together. And maybe the heel of the palm will come away a bit. That's okay. Just let the underside of your shoulders open. You just got to let some weight sink down a bit. I'm going to bring our hands down, take them slightly apart. Inhale, up, hands and knees. Bring those knees in. 1 foot back. Then the other. Again, your feet are about hip width apart. Yeah, find that work. Tell that in the pelvis. You know how it changes things? Just a bit. And again, we exhale. Downward facing dog. Big length. Back where you can. And we're going to exhale and walk our feet in. Now bend our knees quite a bit. Big flex here. Fingertips down here by our toes. Little squeeze in. Now, again, back to that pelvic work. I know, strange little activation. It's a real small muscle group. It's hard to think, hard to find. It's okay. Keep working at it. It may seem unimportant, it's such a small thing. So what? It will support your back. It will help ease and strengthen the rest of your body. All right, let's exhale the legs long. Inhale, roll up from there. Feel that work. If you don't have that going, we will have felt your pelvis tip forward. Get a little pinch back there. That's a little fold. Bring it back. You can do it. Okay? Now, we're going to go from here and do a couple of standing asanas. We're going to do Warrior 2 and Trikonasana. Nothing fancy. We do these pretty regularly. Okay? So, it's a classic combination. Now, traditionally, you teach it with the triangle pose first and then do the Warrior 2. I like to do it backwards because it's going to keep I want to keep our hips level coming out of the Warrior 2 as opposed to trying to bring it down and lose some of this other awareness when we go coming as opposed to when we come out of the triangle. Now you'll see. Okay? All right. Here we go. So we're going to leave the left foot in front. Why? Because it said so. All right? Step your right foot way back. Why? Because it said so. No, not really. Okay, so we need some space here. And again, the awareness of the self, the whole being. All right? If you're new at this, again, you're working back from an injury, or maybe just out of practice, it's okay. That's fine, right? Happens. This can be scary, worrisome. No one wants to fall. I hate that. Right? We need this space to be steady, to be strong, and to have room for the work we want to do. So acknowledge that it's scary. It's okay that it is. Be aware of it. Work through it. Right? We reach out. We align ourselves to help with that. We find this small strength, which doesn't really make noise, but I know, sound effects, again, strictly up to you. So Warrior 2, and the left knee, left toes are straight ahead. The only thing that's not lined up now is the right toes. So we exhale and flex the left knee. So now this work here, again, that small little engagement prevents the pelvis from tipping, prevents your chest from going forward, prevents your butt from going out. And you see, excuse me. So, and this keeps the knee from twisting. This awareness, the weight moves down. You don't go over your toes. If your knee is going over your toes, move your foot up. You've got room. And again, it doesn't ever have to match anything. Pace of your breath now. Right? It's okay if it's bad. It's okay if it's not. Always calm though. Breath moves easy in and out the nose. Inhale to straighten your left knee. Little work, little work. Re-exhale and extend into triangle pose. Again, got a little strength right here. Kind of comes up. It's all like you're just about to bend your knee. You don't though. And then we're going to extend. This is not a downward thing. You're going that way. And then once you've reached your limit, you put your left hand down. If that happens to be the floor, cool. If it happens to be your shin, cool. Keep this work here. This hip pushes forward a little bit, open. The outside of it extends, and we breathe. All the way through. Yeah, little flex of the knee if you have to. Use your left hand on your left thigh. Don't push on your knee. We're going to inhale up. So you see how it leaves that right hip bump. That's what I was trying to avoid by doing the warrior two first. Little flex, maybe a little bit more. Left hand, we're going to bring that right foot up. Whoa! And we do the other side. Now, you leave your feet wide and just turn your toes. Go for it. Depends on how you set your mat up. And otherwise, step that left foot back. We're going to find that big wide stance. Trikonasana, Virabhadrasana 2, and Trikonasana. Warrior 2, triangle. Yeah, so let's center it up. Again, the shoulder joints, the hip joints, the knees, the heels, the ankles. The straight line is a visualization, right? Said it before, I'll say it again. Or actually take a picture and draw a 90-degree line. Might not perfectly match up, and that's okay. In the human body, it's not 50-50. No sharp angle. Right? That's from your thumb. Look to the right, exhale, flex down. Nature is not very even. A lot of curves in the body, a lot of curves in nature. And again, your body is the point. Your strength is the point. And classic picture of this, Mr. Iyengar's book, Light on Your Own. A great book, don't get me wrong, but he's got big long lines, very open hip. This knee's in a 90-degree angle and it's lined up almost perfectly. I've never done that in my life. Not everybody can. You don't have to fit that picture. Inhale up. Right? A little work. Exhale, extend. Reach, 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 reach. Breathe. Nice and calm now. Nice and steady. Inhale up. Very good, everybody. Okay, again, excuse me. Coming out however it works for you. Again, turning your toes. I'm going to do that this time. Step your feet together. Easy peasy. Bring all that foot up. Nice easy fold here. So again, a slight flex. You're just about to bend your knees. You're not really. All this does is put a little work in the front as you exhale down. And this allows the back of the legs to stay a little more open. Your upper body goes forward a bit. Down, down, down. And breathe. You don't have to reach the floor. You don't have to put your forehead on your shins. It is possible you might get there one day. It is possible you will never. Again, the practice is yours. Your best full effort is all that matters. Finger flex the knee. Inhale up. Reach, reach, reach. Little curve here, a little bit. Yeah. Feel that work down here? I know it's strange, right? Why is she touching herself there? Exhale down. Because it's a weird little muscle group. It's hard to feel sometimes. So, all right. Now, we're going to balance. Now, what we're going to do, did this the other day in one of my other classes. I thought it worked really well. You'll have to tell me. So we're going to go into flamingo pose first, which means we're going to bring the knee up very tight to the chest. And then we're going to turn that thigh out, using the hands as we have to put the right foot, and then we're going to stand on the left foot first. We're going to put the right foot up at the top of that thigh as high as we can. Now, it may be exactly the same position as when you draw it up the way I normally have you do it, but maybe not. Adjust as you have to. Again, don't quit, don't hurt yourself. Both those parts are active. There is a balance point, and not necessarily a physical balance here, between your full, strong effort and a calm one that is not forcing, that is not injuring, that is not trying to take you past your actual limit. Physical part of it is impacted by the mental and the emotional. You don't have to analyze it. It must be early. You don't have to analyze it. You don't have to just dissect it. Why? Be aware that it's there. If it is, it may not be. Okay, so give it a little 3/4 here as we work on this. Again, that engagement, low. Very low, very active. But you're going to feel how that keeps the pelvis level. Prevents that curve in the lower back from getting sharp. We're going to lift the right heel. So we're going to put all that weight on the left foot, and we exhale and bring the right knee up. Now, hands wherever, knee as high as it will go. And as you do this, again, this will help find that lower abdominal work. You'll feel a little tuck under of your tailbone. Right? Now, flex your right toes. Turn your right thigh. And set that foot on the inner left thigh. But push the left thigh or the knee or the ankle, whatever is that left leg, to your foot as your hands come together. Bang. And we're just going to stay with this for now. And sometimes you can classic Virkasana tree pose. We extend the arms up. We're not going to there. I just want you to stay with this awareness. So there might be a little extra strength involved here. A little higher lift. Maybe not. It's okay. Keeping the alignment. Ears, shoulders, hips, standing legs, vertical line. Same thing through the center. No chin tuck. Go back home. Whoa. And occasionally a wobble. All right. Hands where you need as you inhale. And bring the right foot down. Nice job. Right? It really was. I know I couldn't see it, but I know it was. Full effort. Doesn't matter how many times you have to pick your foot back up. It was your full effort. This is a practice. It's not about the result. It's about the effort made here, now. We're on the right foot. Left heel lifts. Exhale up. You know, all that weight of yourself working, lining. And this is what's key. Keeping that lifted again. So, again, the classic picture has that heel all the way up, jammed into the top of the thigh. Right? may not work for you. Do you need to change it? Or what? Fall over? No, don't fall over. Lower that foot down, let's do so. Strength goes into the foot, not the other way around. Yeah. Goodness, nose is running this morning. 'Tis the season, right? Oh my goodness. Alright, and inhale down. Well done, everybody. Seriously, that was great. Now, we're working our way to the floor. Little toe balance here. You're going to try to release some of the arches a bit before we sit all the way down. So again, we got the big toes parallel. Going to flex our knees. We're just going to let it sink. And maybe the heels will come up. Before you get your fingertips down, maybe not, but we're going to raise the heels no matter what. Come all the way up on a tiptoe. Letting the arches flex. Now, this is already too much for the knees, for the ankles. Sit down. You don't have to take your fingers off the floor. Can you balance up though? Go for it. Your hands will have to come off the floor or you're going to fall. If you got good core strength, you'll raise your shoulders up, but you don't keep those knees going forward. They raise up, you're going to fall backwards. Don't do that either. Let the breath be calm. Feel that work down in here. One more time. Let those arches calm. Man, it's hard sometimes. Okay. Let's shift that weight back forward. Fingertips down. Then we're going to cross the ankle and sit down. Yay! We're on the floor, still alive. That is awesome. Okay, now, goodness gracious. Wiggle. Now, we're going to sit very, very tall here, and we're going to come into a twist, and then some hip opening with a little forward fold. Now, bring the right foot up. Now this is fisherman's twist. Nothing fancy here. We're just going to put that right foot over to the outside of the left leg. Shifting it around. And put a little pressure there. You use your hands. Sitting up nice and tall. Alright. Calm breath. Wrap the left elbow around. Bring it to the outside. Whatever feels good for you. Right hand beside it. And fairly lined up with the hip. You might shift it as you exhale and twist further. Maybe you don't. Again, it's up to you. Keep those shoulders nice and broad. There it is. That's good. Inhale on twist. Okay, now we're going to roll the right thigh open. Keep those toes flexed. And the ankle stays but we've got a little variation on cradle pose here. Now, hands back a little bit behind the hips. Slight flex to the elbow maybe, but now real act again. This length all the way up. And we exhale. Bring that left heel up. Deep as you can go. And your focus here on that sense of length kind of goes around the right hip, the outside of it up towards the right knee. Don't let yourself slump back now. Keep that work. Shoulders broad, chins tucked. And with an inhale, slowly let that left leg extend. And up we sit a bit. Now, the strength didn't go away. What yourself saying. It's active, I know, it's hard. Right leg goes long, and we uncross the legs. And here we go with the other side. Now, okay. And left foot up. And over. So fisherman's twist again, this time going the opposite direction. And then we'll come out of that and do that kind of seated cradle pose variation. Find where the elbow works for you. Shoulders nice and broad. We exhale and twist. And breathe. Steady, calm, easy. Inhale, untwist. Flexing your left toe. It's going to roll that left thigh out. Hands a little bit behind your hips, just slightly, just a little bit, right? And the elbows might flex, but you're not going too far back here. And then we exhale, keeping the toes flexed. You can just slide that heel up, little strength. Again, the lengthening action. Feel that movement to the outside of the left thigh, around the hip, while staying up again. A little core strength here, a little sneaky work. Strength and openness come together, sometimes in the same space, sometimes in different ones. A lot going on. You've got this. It's okay. Excellent work. All right, and inhale down. And exhale. Now we're going to come into a Baddha Konasana. So we're not folding with this. We're going to come out of Baddha Konasana. We're going to do some more core strengthening work. It's going to use some of that strength in the inner legs. You'll see in a minute here as we get going. So first things first though, in soles of the feet together. Now, I don't care if your knees start level with your ears, right? It does not matter. Sit as tall as you can, turning our thighs out. Again, this is a movement, not down, but left and right. You do not have to let go of your ankles. Can't get underneath the toes, so be it. This is your body. Go where you can as you exhale and extend. Again, once again, you don't have to touch your knees to the floor. This distance does not define you. Why is she yelling at me? Well, not to get too political. A lot of people are trying to define me. And they can't. But they will. Unless you let them. Same thing here. Happens in the yoga world, even though it shouldn't. You can't be good at this if you can't do that pose. You need more followers on your social media. Or you don't have the right mat with the correct clothing line. You're not repping. Blah, 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 blah. Don't quit. Don't hurt yourself. You don't have to fit. This is yours. All of it. This comes off the mat too. Inhale up. Your legs partially extend. Now leaving your knees bent, and we're going to bring them together. We're going to feel that strength as we flex those toes. Now, Navasana, boat with oars. A little variation on the boat pose where we do not straighten the legs. Okay? So, hands here. I don't know why I keep hitting myself. Lean back. Now again, that work. Very active. Very strong. Rock it back just a little bit. See how the heels come up? Toes are flat. Hands away. Palms face in. There, right on knee joints. Breathe. Oh yeah. You can rest when you need. It's okay. You can let your breath speed up. Don't hold your breath. Don't clench your teeth. Keep it moving. It's okay. I mean, it doesn't have to match. It's okay to use shaking. It's hard. Hands back here. If they're not already. Inhale, heels down. And we allow those legs to extend. Now, stay slightly lean back. We're going to reverse plank now. So we're going to open up some of this work. Again, all that's, oh goodness, excuse me. Tipping up. One hand length back, behind the hips, fingers mostly pointing forward, shoulders real broad. Now we're really going to keep those arms on. We're going to press real firm. We're going to inhale and push the hips out. Hug your tailbone. Feel that lift to the front. Don't let your knees roll out. Let your toes go towards the foot. They don't have to touch. Breathe. No strain in the shin. Rest if you need. Inhale down. All right, up we sit. Roll the thigh. Pull the feet in. Back to Baddha Konasana. And this time we fold. Again, to work here, you want to feel the strength. You want to feel this openness at that and bar. As you exhale. But it's just the hips that kind of rotate. And don't try to pull your back longer. Let the muscles back there relax. If that means your shoulders only go a little ways past your hips, then so be it. It means you go a long way over the floor, put your head down there, so be it. Somewhere in between. Again, this is yours. Your forehead never has to run into the floor. Ever. You do not have to match anyone. Be aware of your limit, your strength. Again, you may have more than you know. It's still hard. It's still a challenge. Inhale up. It is supposed to be. Exhale, let your legs mostly extend. Bend your knees a little bit. And lie back. Lie down. All the way. Okay. Now I'm going to come into a reclined back arch. This is bridge pose. I'm going to bring the feet up. Heels just wider than the hips. Knees stacked above the ankles, so the feet are very firm. The middle is very strong. Getting that work. Coming up. Palms pressed flat. Again, the movement is away from the heels in an angle. Not straight up. Up and back. As you inhale. And breathe. Exhale down, hips towards the heels. Nice and up. Knees and ankles together. Exhale your knees up and in. And breathe. Now, if you can't reach your shins, put your hands at thighs. We're just going to bring some strength down just a little bit here, keeping your back nice and long. Let the hips relax, let the thighs relax a bit. The lower back stays nice and long from the work of the floor. Let it take you. And I'm going to inhale and let the feet come down. All right, now your feet, when the knees are bent, feet flat. We're going to put the feet a little, just about hip width apart. So not as wide as we had a moment ago. This is small adjustments. Okay. Now we're going to do a couple of counter twist movements here. Okay. This is some more cradle pose variations, which we will then deepen quite a bit, just so you're aware. Now, what we're going to do first, I'm going to put the right ankle just below the left knee. Now, big flex of the toes, turn the right thigh up. So the right knee comes away from the left hip throughout. Again, back to that work, down deep in the pelvis, all the way up. Okay? Flex the toes, both feet. Arms go out. Hope I got enough room here. And we're going to exhale and roll onto the left hip. Now, I'm going to have to shift just because I'm running into my own wall. There we go. Now, your foot might end up pretty close on the floor. Don't let that happen where the right knee turns down. Right? Keep your right thigh turned out. Even as the right hip comes over. Again, this awareness of this strength there in the lower end helps with that. The pelvis, it's a small little thing, just a tiny little dip. And that that helps find all of this. So that little movement kind of up the front from the pelvic area towards the belly button. Again, small little thing. Right? Again, might not seem like much, but it's still there, and it's still part of you. It's still part of the whole. It's still helping. Inhale, untwist. Left foot's flat. Exhale, fold. Inner edge of the left foot. Now, again, the outside of your right thigh might come to the floor, might not. Just keep the left foot active. Keep here working, and release where you can. Inhale and untwist. Okay, now one more thing. We're just going to come into a reclined cradle pose here. We're going to keep this right thigh open. The right hand in between the legs, left hand on that's it. Exhale, squeeze in. This is it. Advance here. Gotta lift up a little bit, not too much. It's okay. You want to get your hands to the back as you leave your left knee bent. Now really put some strength on. Go on. Crank on it with your arms. Elbows go out. This will help keep that right thigh turning open so you get this big release. Again, across the outside of the right hip. Strong work. Nice. And we'll inhale. And let the left foot come down. All right, uncross your legs. And as you probably guessed, we do the other side. So, left ankle. Pardon the sole of my foot. I just don't feel like turning around today. Hey, big flex, big flex. And exhale, we roll. So now again, we're coming out of the right hip onto the outer edge of the right foot though. So this will turn a little bit more. Now, may not be the biggest twist. This is more about, again, the awareness of these little small movements. Focus into it, keeping that breath calm, again, being a part of all of it. Because it is a whole thing, right? There's a point you can't go any further, right? Again, where the horses run wild. There's no more rain. And there's the injury, the crash of the chariot. Don't rein it in so tight. You don't go as far as you can. You might still crash. Certainly won't be in the race. Not that there's a competition. Again, this is where the metaphor breaks down. All right, here we go. Inhale, strong middle, down, and again the exhale onto the inner edge of the right foot. Over we go. Keep that left thigh working. I know it's such an odd movement. You're finding the point where gravity's doing the work of the twist itself. Your strength, your awareness is, again, that tip of the pelvis, that tiny little movement. Keeping that aligned, letting it go where it will. You don't have to reach a certain point. Inhale and untwist. All right, left hand, right hand, exhale. Down. Nice. And inhale, the right foot comes down. Nice job. Okay, now we're going to tuck our tailbone a little bit. Get ourselves lined back up here. We're going to extend the left leg long. Put that heel on the floor. The back of the left knee isn't all the way down. It's okay. Don't let that leg flop around though. Exhale to pull the right knee up. Now, hands here. Just let that leg go into this. Now, we've done this here recently. I want you to really focus this work on extending your leg as you exhale. All right, now if it doesn't go all the way straight, it's okay. Don't force it past your limit. Relax your foot. Now, as this can really concentrate the lengthening action here, what's going to happen is, sooner or later, now maybe not today, it's okay if it doesn't. What's going to happen is that leg will, in this extending motion, come away from your fingers. Now, a gentle flex. Don't try to pull the leg down. We don't need to get any certain distance. I just want you, the awareness of having the hands there gives your brain a little sense of support, your leg a little sense of support, allows that length to continue. Another time I might have you press down a bit or move your hands. Today, be kind of gentle with it. Take it where you can. Again, you don't have to reach any particular point. The work itself is what counts. Now a little extra strength here, just enough to, again, to support the leg. As you inhale and bend that knee, and let the right foot come down. Let's do the other side. Well, we're almost done. I'm going to take that right leg long. I'm going to exhale. Bring the, oh goodness, I'm getting hungry. And we exhale and extend. Again, it's the arms are long just from the weight of the leg. And maybe it doesn't go any further, it's okay. Keep that awareness going, extend, sense of extension. Again, the leg itself does not get longer. What happens is the muscles slowly relax. The sense of length comes over you. Hands will come away from your thigh. Gentle flex of the elbows, just to keep that sense of support as you go where you can. Holy cow. And then again, a little strength just to bend those elbows. So we inhale, bend the left knee, and inhale, the left foot down. One more. Bring the right foot up, knees and ankles closed, palms flat. Now we're going to go Matsyasana. So this is a back arch to finish here today. Now, you're going to have your arms underneath you. Keep them fully extended. Ideally, the thumbs touch. They do not have to, though. Don't flex your elbows just to get the hands close together. This length is going to help keep this arch real strong. And again, one more time. That work way down deep. Comes up. Push. Arms underneath. Let your butt come down. It's going to stay on the backs of the hands, the wrists, wherever they are. Fine. It stays there the rest of the way. You slide the legs along. Together or one at a time, doesn't matter. Don't point the toes too much. Don't flex them too much. Got a little bit of work. Don't let them flop out. Now, try not to let the heels slide. The inhale. Strong middle. Raises that chest up. Arch your head back. If it touches the floor, that's great. There's no weight, though, on your neck. All the weight is on the hands and arms. As we find this arch, a little push down through the calf muscles. And you open your chest and you breathe calm. Exhale, your head raises up. Inhale, you lower your shoulders down. Your feet come up. Push your hips up. Take the hands out from underneath you. Turn them open. So the palms are up, back to the floor, letting the arms drift out till it feels right for you. Pull your thighs open. Soles of the feet together for a couple of breaths. As we close the eyes, and if you're ready, depending on how you like to extend those legs long, heels as provided part is good for you. Lying flat with the legs extended doesn't work for you. Bend your knees up instead. Again, the space between your feet is yours. This is Shavasana. Again, the awareness of yourself. Your physical being. Through and with your mental being and your emotional being. The focus of your mind on the flow of your breath, the calm emotional state, as the muscles of the body do the same on the ground. The flow of your breath, smooth, steady, keeping your brain occupied with itself and with the weight of your body. No outside definitions now. No judgment. Awareness of the self through and with the self. This is from the inside out. Whatever labels, needs, sometimes wants that are applied and encouraged to us. Artificial. Awareness of the self without any of that. That includes the definition of what is a good yoga practice. Hot or not. Fast or slow. Gentle, with a chair, with blocks. Sweating like crazy or not. Breathe. Be who you are. As you were there before you started, you will be there long after it ends. Flex your fingers a little bit. And flex your toe. Doesn't matter how much you relax, how many times you got distracted. Finishing your practice now with that full focus, with that calm breath. Your elbows and knees bend a little bit, flexing and rolling the wrists and the ankles. And then your next inhale reaches your arms up past your ears, a big extension on the floor. Let your legs lengthen out a little bit. Maybe not. It's up to you. Right arm by your ear, your left knee bends. We're going to exhale and roll onto our right side. And from there we press ourselves up. Once you find a comfortable seated position for you, Hands come together, thumbs touch chest. Smile real big. You are amazing. Thank you. Namaste. All right. Yay! Good job, everybody. Thank you. All right. Hang on a minute. I come here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had a good practice. If you got questions, don't hesitate to leave me a message. Comment on the video or send me a message. Sorry. You're welcome. All right. Hey, there's a PayPal link, Venmo link, CashApp link. Whatever you feel like donating is very much appreciated. All right. And then if you want the video to stay up for a while, you can come back and practice again. Help yourself. All right. So hope to see you again soon. Thank you all so much. Again, stay warm if you're where I am. If you're where it's even colder, and I know some people are, stay warm. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye.